All right, ladies and gentlemen, what's going on tonight? Hey, you're watching Sports Talk with BWatts, along with Steve Woodland. It's really the Steve Woodland show. But hey, I'm just here to produce the show for him. But we're gonna see what we he got to say tonight. And we got a special guest, that's J.R. Box. He is with us tonight. Also, if you don't mind, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification to let you know whenever I drop a video or go live. Tonight broadcast is brought to you by beautiful Blitz Creation, Miss Christy Robinson. She is a proud sponsor of the Sports Talk with Be Watch show tonight, and we want to thank her for being a sponsor. Like I say, she got several shirts that she had designed. She got them right there. That's style number one. That's style number two. And I don't have a picture for style number three, but I got a picture of the shirt that she done style. That's the one she done sent to Greg, but she made me pay for mine, but I don't mind. But we want to thank her for being a sponsor. Like I said, if you want to order that shirt, go in my community section. There's a link, or you can go over to my Instagram page in the bio, BWatts0, BWatts0 Instagram. All right. Hey, that's enough talking about that. Let's do this. Let's get these guys up here and start the show. Like I say, you're watching Sports Talk with B Watts tonight. Y'all bear with me, and I'm finna get the guys up. What's up, Doc?
What's going on, BWatts?
Long day, man. Long day. Long week, really.
Yeah,
Long week.
coming off a 3 day weekend, so I'm
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. What's up, Jeff?
Hey, what's going on, B Watts?
Oh, boy,
Welcome
I
to
had that
see
shit
you.
on, took it off. She told me I need to wear it. I ain't hard to find. I had the
Ain't
same
hard to
thing
find. You
on,
put
man.
that
I wish
work
I had
in.
known. I wish I had known, man. So how y'all day been and how y'all week been?
Oh, I'll go first. Yeah, man, my week been good, man. Just coming off a 4 day weekend with the DOD. Old Department of Defense, they gonna get a lot of work out of you. So you got to make sure you work hard and relax and rest even harder. So had some family come up from the Florida area, man. So provided a little comfort for them. They left back. We piled up the car with necessities that they needed to get back to square one once they got home, and
Okay.
that was about it, man. So had an easy weekend, and work been easy so far too. First day back, so it's been pretty easy.
Okay. All right. Oh, also gotta get a shout out to Miss, man, how to pronounce her name? Eh? Well, she know who I'm talking about. She tuned in tonight. She hit me with an email while I doing my live. I went solo yesterday. She hit me with an email about being a sponsorship, and this is the response. She told me I just saw it, so I gotta give her a call back. It said I believe the best way to go over everything would be to have a quick phone call at your convenience. Could you please share the best date and time to reach you? Alternatively, feel free to call me at toll free at your early convenience between Monday and Friday at 9 a.m. 6 p.m. I will be calling her at 8:59 a.m. So never know who watching. I just woke up to that and hey, it's an excited day. But JR, well, I'm sure she probably saw Steve cutting up, thought she was talking to me. But hey, I thought it was Greg, but hey, but trust me, I got y'all. I put that when I put that numbers in there, she said, "Oh my God, you want that much? Oh yeah, we need to call it talk. You got to pay to play on Sports Talk with B Watt now.
Hey,
I got a big budget, got JR here as a guest. Shoot. But anyway, hey guys, let's go over this post game show between Colorado and Kansas State. Boy, it was a good game, but hey, still lost, and that kind of I didn't like the way they lost, but hey, it's sports, and that's the way things go. So y'all tell me, I don't did my rant and my airing on last night. If y'all tune in, go back and watch the replay of my show from last night, you'll see all I had to say. But tonight is about Steve Woodland and JR tonight. So, what did y'all see that they did well and some things they need to improve on going forward? We'll start with you, JR, then let Steve go last.
Let's see. I'll start with the things that they didn't do well. Poor tackling, across the board for the defense. Just poor tackling all around. And something that they did well, the team dug deep. You had your star athlete go out in their first half, and they didn't hang their heads. They dug deep, and they kept themselves in the game. So that's all you can ask for.
Right. Go ahead, Steve.
I said the good thing they did, they competed. They competed and they fought hard during the game. With that, the other thing I would tell you with this one here, you learned that two can really throw that ball when he got time, and he was very accurate. He was very accurate in the game, considering one pass. He was very accurate, even with that pass. And the negative is, I expected more with the scheme coming out of a 2 week layoff, that you would have been more creative. That's one bad thing. And that they weren't as physical as I expected. The physicality wasn't there for me. I didn't see that. He already hit on the tackling. We don't even need to talk about that. 16 tackles that they got, 160 yards, 60 extra yaks off. So that's a lot. That's a lot. So
Mhm.
that's what I saw.
Okay, hey guys, don't hold back tonight. Now y'all got to turn loose now. I expect y'all to cut loose. I ain't trying to have no boy in the show now, but hey, I'm gonna tell you what I saw. Yeah, they wasn't physical. Somebody said that already. They wasn't physical on the offensive line nor the defensive line. And one thing that I would like for them to do more is run the ball. Even Coach Klein did his presser today, and I saw I think well off. Pat Sherman stood up and talked to him about running the ball. I mean, it's good to put that on video. But bro, I'm from the show me state now. You got to show me because you've been saying that saying that all month. They got to show me. So I know Isaiah Augusta gonna be the number one running back starting out this Saturday. So Coach Klein went and said that today. I think one of them running back hurt. Which one hurt? I
Welch,
think who?
Welch hamstring.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hampton.
Michael Welch.
Yeah, Mike Webb. Now he hurt. Now going forward, let's say we getting ready to play
Arizona.
Arizona, right?
Hmm.
If we put a good running game together, the same game plan they had for UCF, I think they'll be all right. Especially when you go to 12 personnel and you put your tight end in motion. I mean, they got to do something different than just sit back in the shotgun and hand it off. But then again, David Hayden, the running back, Saturday, he just went to the wrong hole. Now that offensive line blocked, y'all. I don't watch the game. They blocked. I know everybody keeps saying the offensive line gave up 6 sacks. No, they didn't. They gave up 2. 4 on was on Shadur,
Hmm.
holding the ball too long, won't step up in the pocket, spinning out. And every time he spin out, the defense was right there waiting on him. Because you know why? They coaching staff know that. You know why? It's on tape. So
Hmm.
you got to switch it up. That's what I'm looking for to going forward with them. Establish a running game and the offensive line be more physical and dominant. Go ahead, Steve.
Yeah.
This is what I'm gonna say, BWatts. Uh, you already have it where Ike Turner done already whooped their tail 6, 7 times. They done already got that. They done already got their tail whooped. Now Ike made him eat the cake. Joe Jackson made Michael sing like he's supposed to sing, and Francis Rogers made Prince do what he's supposed to do when it came to Purple Rain. They done been beat up. And for me to come on here for those young men after, because man, when you got memes been made after you and people hitting you, man, people hitting these dudes below the belt, and it's not right. It's not right. These are young men. They are getting paid to do their thing. But what I'll tell you is this one here: they're out there doing their best. And when you're out there doing your best, for me to come on here after, you put the effort that they put and then come to slam them. And then if they win, those people who slamming those same people shut their mouth. I'm more on this one. This is a lesson learned. You got to humble yourself and realize something that I saw that I really liked is this here. This is where I go. I told people a long time ago, 2 is not the savior for this team. Get this foolish thought out of your head. Get this nonsense out of your head where 2 has to do everything in order for you to win. Because when you do that, you take away the team. People told me, I'm going to go on this one here. Oh, they lost 4 receivers. It still didn't make a difference. The man still almost threw for 400 yards. Next man up. Let's get out of this. If you know that you got some backups in there when they're dealing backups, you change your scheme up. If you know you got backups on defense, you don't do man-to-man because you know you're going to need help over the top with it. These are things that are just basic things. That's where coaching comes in. One thing I can say, Kansas State coaches can flat out coach. They looked at that tape and everything we're talking about, they did the same thing Nebraska did. And this is where I'm going to educate some people on because I don't know nothing about football, but I'm going to educate you on this one. When your quarterback don't make mistakes, I ain't going to say quarterback, but when your team doesn't make mistakes, your team has a higher propensity to win that football game. When your team plays good, physical, strong, minded football, your team has a great chance of winning that football game. I'm not hitting no other team and saying they didn't, but what I'm telling you, when CU have lost, it's because the coaches on the other end on those 2 games, I can tell you right now, those coaches did an excellent job. I'm not going to even say CU didn't, but those coaches did everything it took to ensure they didn't lose the game. CU did a couple things that lost. They did 3 things in that game that lost them the game. So I would just add it as that, sir. But they've been taken to the woodshed enough. I don't need to take them no more to the woodshed. But what I am going to tell them, what they better realize, everybody don't love them the way they think people love them. Keep on not showing up for games and see what happens.
You right. What love got to do with it? Hey, you said it last week. Eat that cake, anime. You gonna eat that cake?
Oh man.
And they ate that cake. They didn't eat. They didn't just
That
eat the
is.
cake.
Hey, I gotta give a shout out to the block bully Shadozy, man. I'm talking today. He said he gonna hook me up for the Cincinnati game. He got my passes and everything. I appreciate him for doing that. Go ahead, Dr. Get in there.
Oh man. Where do I start, man?
Yeah.
Disappointing to say the least, man, as a fan, as a supporter of Coach Prime, man, and what they're doing out there in Colorado. But yeah, disappointed, man. You're coming off of a bye week, and it just seemed like one team was prepared more than the other.
Right.
And even though we lost by 3 points, it seemed like Kansas State was more prepared. They played on a lot of tendencies of Colorado. One big tendency was Shador. Man, he's looked amazing making those plays where he rolls out of the pocket. I mean, we don't win that Baylor game if he don't roll out of that pocket and wait till the last second to throw the ball. You don't win that game.
Right.
He did it several times against UCF. Man, I saw it in action live. He did it all throughout the season this year, and Kansas State was ready for it. I mean, they literally were ready. Their defensive ends didn't get too far up the field. They didn't pass him up because they didn't want to create lanes for him to move.
Right.
So they kept him, hey, you're going to beat us from the pocket. That's what you're going to do. And when you're ready to roll out to make that spectacular play, we're going to be there for you. And we're going to be waiting on you. So I'm in agreement with you, BWatts. Looking at the game, man, 4 of those sacks were definitely on Shador. And those are those hidden yardage that we forget. Man, the percentage looks great. 34, 40, 388 yards. But you took 4 sacks, 50-yard loss. So if you look at the totality of it, that's 6 sacks total that he had. 4 were clearly on him, 2 on the offensive line. That's 6 sacks total. Those were on dropbacks. There wasn't on scrambles. Those dropbacks. So you bump that up to 46 attempts. He never got to throw the ball, right? But
Right.
that's still 46 passing plays. 6 of them you got sacked on. That still will put his average at roughly about 73%. So you can't complain about 73%. 73% is 73%. But those sacks could have been avoided. And they were bad sacks. I'm talking about 10 plus yards. That's a drive killer. That's a momentum killer. That's the defense looking like, man, what is we doing? And it's hard as a play caller, you know. We see it, we watch enough football. It's hard as a play caller to then come out and get in your bag and say, well, it's 2nd and 28. Let's figure it out. I mean, you may complete it every so often, but the numbers of the game, it doesn't work in your favor when you're behind the sticks that much. The play caller can only go so deep into his play calling bag. And when we see those screens, we like, it's 2nd and 28. And they throwing a screen. What are they doing? If you watch any NFL game, that's what they do, right? They behind the sticks, they throw the screen, and you allow your athlete to get out in space and do something. So I was really disappointed in that, man, and Shedeur with those tendencies. But that's the love that we hate. We love to see it, but we hate it when it doesn't work in our favor. So some of the things, you know, if you're going to take a sack, man, you know, we talking about 5 yards or less, man. You got to be able to shake back from that. And he'll learn. He knows. He'll learn. He said it in the press conference. He'll learn.
Right.
But you don't have to learn. That's what you got coaching for. If that was Staub, where would Staub be?
On that center, handing that ball up.
No, he wouldn't. He'd be on the Staub would be right beside Coach Prime. Because Coach Prime does not repeat himself 3 times. If he tells you this is what he even told 2. He told 2, come on, you got to step up. Now he told him.
Yeah, he told that in the game.
You got to step up. He told him you got to step up. And I can guarantee you next year when Coach Prime got that quarterback, that quarterback ain't gonna have that grace. That quarterback is not gonna have that grace where they can come up and do some of the stuff that 2 can do, because two can do some wonderful things. So all I'm saying is this one here, and I'll throw another one. And teams also ain't gonna get that grace when you see a player having a bad game. Wester made 2 bad plays, and I didn't see him no more that game. If that is the rule, when someone else is having a bad game, we need to do the same thing. We need to do the same thing, because that lets the team know right there it's all about winning and ensuring that when you do stuff like that, you hurt the team. It ain't let them work through it. No, we don't work through stuff like that. Because when you're doing when the receivers run a bad route, I guarantee those receivers are on the sideline. Every time I've seen a receiver run a route incorrectly, they come to the sideline. So those are things that you can clean up on the coaching side of things. And then it also helps your team as a whole, because what they see is we're a team. If we make these mistakes, we all are going to get the same results. Now, the only difference is this one here. When it's Travis Hunter make a mistake or 2 make a mistake, I'm going to live with those because of the fact they're going to give me 10 positives. I get results. But see, Coach Prime, I would ask for him to be a little bit more like Jimmy Johnson. Superstars and regular players is two different set of rules, but it's the same rule. Superstars produce, and when you produce, you get more privileges. When you don't produce, your privileges get cut. And that's what I want to see more of, because what we have to have with CU pertaining to this for winning, these players need to be uncomfortable. We got too many players right now. They too comfortable. They too many eating lobster, too many eating shrimp. They should be eating bologna and cheese.
Come on, not the bologna and cheese, man. Come
on. Hear what I'm saying, BWatts.
I hear you.
When you're playing like champions, I'm going to feed you like champions. When you're not playing at the level that and Coach Prime, and those players that admit, they weren't hitting like they supposed to. They've missed a lot of assignments. That ain't got nothing to do with coaching. Missed tackles ain't got nothing to do with coaching. They've been playing football their whole lives. Stop it. And all these people, that ain't coaching. They've been playing football their whole life. You know how to put your head, straighten your body up, get straight, wrap your arms up, and hit somebody. Ain't nothing complicated about that. It's mind over matter. So if you're gonna do things like that, BWatts, I'll tell you, I'm different. You're not eating steak when you showing me that you playing like sardines. It's not gonna happen. You're gonna get your sardines and crackers and go from there. And then once you pick your game up, your privileges come up.
Yeah, hey, big dog. I told you, JR. I told you. You don't know what you're going to get on Tuesday night now when Mr. Woodland on the stage. But hey,
Yeah.
even though through all of that, they still had a chance to win the game, JR and Steven. Shadur was 34 for 40, 388 yards, and 3 TDs, 1 interception. Now, that 1 interception, I don't know if I can blame that on two, y'all. I think Traylon Miller ran the wrong route. And
Even
when he got ready to step up, it was somebody at his feet. A
hey,
defense. He
B
couldn't drive
Watts,
the ball like I want to.
B
Now,
Watts,
I could be wrong, but
B Watts.
also, I'm coming to you. I'm
Thank you.
coming to you. Let me get mine off. I'm coming to you. And also, at the end of the game, on the defensive side,
Mm.
I didn't like that zero coverage run. You had to leave. They hit you with a wheel route. Shiloh, listen to that. Because that was his play. We're going to
Oh,
get to Shiloh in a minute. Now, I ain't going to kill him, but I'm going to let you know because he's my favorite player. I
yeah.
already know that Texas man thing, but still, that wheel route was his route. That was his man. You know why that was his man? They didn't play with one linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
So they took Bentley out in the second half.
Where was Craig?
Hold on, who's Simeon Craig?
Yeah, because
He
he
was
was
over
playing.
there. He playing. He be helping what's all over top. Check this out. They sunk number one in motion. Because Hill Green was sitting on the left side of their defense, right side of their offense. When he went in motion, Hill Green shipped back over. And they hit him with that wheel route. And who supposed to been there? It supposed to been Shiloh. All right, but after that, they still had a chance to win the game. They Preston Hard, he's a nickel back coverage. He's not a one-on-one guy. He
Mm-hmm.
don't man, when you play cornerback and Coach Klein was the best there, in a tight game like that, and you got everybody. They sold out on the defense side. They had everybody on line of scrimmage. First
Mm-hmm.
time you ever seen that. And they put this guy, Preston Hard, on this number one who been cooking all day. He he got over 100-yard reception and 2 TDs. They put the shortest person on this dude. This dude 6'1". Check this out. Check this out. The best Travis Hunter was out. JR. He hurt. He injured.
Mm-hmm.
Their best cornerback, other than Travis, is Colton Hood to me. He's physical. He'll come up and hit you. He ain't gonna let you catch that ball on him like Preston Hard would. Whenever you know Preston Hard give up a pass or somebody catch one on him, he'll just let him go. He don't make no effort. Go back and look at. I ain't beat him up. I'm just telling you the truth what I saw and past game. And he didn't fight for the ball. See, in the pros, if you challenge a wide receiver with a pass, you get the ball. If you interfere, you get the ball where they at, where the pass happened at. But in college, it's just a 15-yard penalty. He should have just knocked him down and the ball down. No matter what you do, I ain't gonna let you catch this ball. I'll take that 15-yard penalty. But
Yep.
whoever put him in that position to fail is on them, to me,
Yeah.
on that last play. I just didn't like the line up. They could have went to a zone or anything, and they would have had the game.
Yeah. Some of it goes to just the coaching aspect, right? A lot of us have questioned certain, aspects of coaching. Not to say that they're not qualified coaches or anything like that. I believe we have a wonderful coaching staff.
They
But it's,
do.
subtle nuances, things like that. I mean, we saw at Oregon, they kept 12 men on the field because Ohio State didn't have a timeout, and it's going to be a 10-second runoff if you don't have a timeout to stop that 10-second runoff. So it's certain gamesmanship type of things. You called it. Get the 15-yard PI. What does it matter? You stop them from scoring. I'm happy that you mentioned that the coverage that they had. That coverage it was predicated on what was put out on the field. Uh, if I'm not mistaken, Kansas State came out in like a 22 personnel. They had 2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends, 1 back. So it looked like a run, like they were going to run. They pulled the 2 tight ends from the right side of the formation. Giddens came through with a little play fake. It was a lazy play fake, but he came through. And so that dictates the coverage, right? You only got 2 receivers out there. You hang our head on, our defensive backs. That's the strong suit of our team, right? I don't like the fact that the safeties were so down close in that box,
That what that
but
that's not that what the linebacker was. I
but
said, damn.
but if you go back and look
Oh,
throughout the
okay.
game,
The formation for the offense
yeah,
dictates them come up.
you go and you look throughout the game. Kansas State was killing us on the run.
But check
So
this out though, Jr. Colorado, excuse me, I ain't mean to cut y'all. Steve. Check this out. The defense went out and did what they wanted to do. That was
mhm,
what stop that quarterback from running on the outside.
mhm,
BJ Green and Hill Green, that they and the other defensive end, they killed that. They killed
mhm,
that. But I noticed, I watched the game again last night when they took Bentley out. They had another defensive lineman. They went to a 3. They started off with 2 defensive linemen that were Barnes and Block Bullet. I said,
mhm.
okay. Then I'm looking. I looked at the game again. I said, damn, what these 4? They had 4 down linemen, bro. I'm
They
saying, why? And they
they
put
was
Block
They
Bullet
had
over the
5.
center.
they
Huh?
was
They had 5.
yeah, they had 5. They had
They
5
had
at certain
5
points in
down
the
Okay,
game,
I
linemen.
must have
But
missed somebody. I'm
yeah,
saying, what
but they
kind
were
of
trying to
defense
stop the
is
run.
this?
They were trying to stop their run, BWatts. I mean, when Kansas
You
State run
stopped
it
the
back,
wrong with the linebacker, J.R. and Steven. They
uh,
had they had the linebacker, Hill Green. He the only one was in there, and he was lined up on the left side. Looked like they were trying to stop the quarterback from running. But Gillen, boy, he was hopping through that thing. Boy, you know, boy, he would jump through that like an Easter egg bunny. Boy, he was jumping through there, putting them moves on him. And he saw Shiloh coming. Oh man, he put a move on Shiloh. That announcer said, "Woo woo wee."
he
That
looked like
mother just
Le'Veon
jelly
Bell.
cause jam don't shake like that. But he went through that hole. But I tell you what now, Gillen, when he was down at the goal line in first quarter, shot when he was falling, Shiloh put a hit on him, boy.
oh yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
he laid one on them,
He
boy.
hurt him.
he
He
knocked
hurt
him
He
him.
out.
laid there. He
He
got
hurt
up
him.
and laid. He said, "Oh shit." He
He
went and he went out the game. They
he
took him
hurt him.
out the game. I saw
He
that
did.
medical shit going up over there. So, so when I saw that, I said, "Oh, he might be hurt." And then they brought Dylan in. That's when Dylan ran down to the goal line, and Cameron and Samuel Craig come bring him down, and they went on the score. So when Gillen came back out, every time he see Shiloh coming, he said, "Oh hell no, you're not finna hit me like that no more." And he juked it. That second time he juked it, Shiloh leg bit. I
Oh
said,
man, come
oh,
on,
I
man.
said, boy, hey, he the baddest, that boy for real. He gonna be in the pros now. That's the baddest
Oh
running
yeah,
back they got. But
oh yeah.
even through all of that, what I'm saying is, they just, it like they, man, why that defense would line up like that, y'all? They ain't did that all year.
But that's the adjustments, right? That's the adjustments that you come out the second half and you make. Because during the fourth quarter, I believe they held Kansas State under 20 rushing yards. Now, Kansas State kind of played out of character. They were passing the ball a little bit more in the fourth quarter, things like that.
But check this
Like,
out, I got to stop you right there. I got to stop you right there, big dog. You said they playing out of class. Where do you think they got their game plan from? North Dakota State. They
yeah,
stopped that quarterback from running, and what he do? He would carry them with a pass.
yeah. I mean, but that, like I said, that's the adjustment that we wanted to see, right? Because the first half we was getting gashed, man. It looked bad, nosebleed. You can't even stop it. It's just pouring, right?
Right.
They came in, they made the adjustments, and it was maybe like towards the end of the third quarter. I think they started to understand. All right, they're pulling on certain players were in the game. I noticed when Barnes was in the game, man, they would pull the lineman, don't even worry about blocking them. because
I
they
told
know.
them, man, I said the same thing Sunday night. They didn't believe me.
Yeah,
I
they
said
know.
they let Shane Coke, they didn't block Shane Coke, they didn't
Or
block,
Barnes.
and when they had Barnes over there, they left him.
Yeah.
I said, why you ain't making the Tiger?
You know, and no reason to block him because you haven't seen anything on tape that would suggest that he's going to chase down the play from the backside. And so that goes to coaching. Kansas State put that in, and hey, we're gonna pull. We're not gonna block this guy. He's not gonna chase it down from the back end. So that's something that CU staff has to get on. You hear him preach it all the time. Hats to the ball. Get to the doggone ball.
Right.
And that showed its ugly head. And several times when Kansas State pulled their guards and pulled their tackles,
But
we
they
not
put
gonna
3
block
men
this
on
guy.
Block Bully. Well, I felt sorry for Block Bully. They had 3 on him.
Yeah, we're not gonna block this guy because he's not gonna chase the ball down. So by the time they got to the point to stopping the run, they figured, hey, we got to put in some extra defensive linemen to get the run stopped. And so they were bogging them down in the fourth quarter, which is good. But what you never expected was for a young man that we didn't consider. I didn't consider Avery Johnson to be a passer, or to hit somebody in stride like that. And that's what he did. I mean, he made the throw that needed
He
to be
made,
made.
yeah, he made. All right, Steve, what you got, big dog?
What you have is this one here. Even Coach Prime said something about that that cover zero. He said he got on Livingston about that because he didn't even understand why would they do that. I tell people all the time, you have to look at where you're going. You're up by 4. 3 points does nothing for you. If he runs the ball, okay, what's that going to do? That's going to run the clock out. If they run the ball, your linebacker, you keep your 2 linebackers back there. You keep your 2 safeties back there to make sure ain't nobody going over the top. You make the tackle. You make the tackle. He gets 7 yards. Pop. Okay, that clock going. That clock going. Clock ain't stopping. Clock going. So with that being said, those are things you have to look in there. And the quarterback didn't do nothing special. He had a max protection on the play, on both plays. He could have had touchdowns. He had max protection with the tight ends and everything in there. And the guy just threw a go. It ain't like he threw something special. He threw the ball up in the air, and his receiver went and made a play. So kudos to him for them doing it. But don't worry about that. What I worry about is this. With all of that being said, we get the ball with almost 2 minutes to go in the game, and we think that 2 minutes to go in the game or 1 minute and 42 seconds is a lifetime in college football because
Right.
the clock stops every time. The only thing I would ask is this one here. That's the time you run a string play. That's the time you run a draw with the running back because you're gashing for 7, 10 yards. You're back on the ball. You're not losing time. You know what loses CU time? When your quarterback sits back there, try to read everybody on defense, and it takes them 16, 17 seconds reading. I need to read everybody. You know they're blitzing. You know they're coming. Regardless of, let the center do his reads on I got this one and this one, and then come out. Let them blitz. I don't understand why you don't let all of them come. Use your running back. Let all of them come. Running back go right over the end. A two-yard pass. Now you got Seaton running right up the field and Brown running right up the field blocking. And I'll tell you this here. Seaton graded at like a 86 or something.
He did good, bro.
Seaton an All-American. You freshman period. All I'm saying is this one here. Why aren't we using this big? Seaton is the man. Him and Brown. Why aren't we putting a tackle over? Why are we putting a doggone extra tight end? I don't even want a tight end. Bring in that boy from FAMU over there. Put him like the tight end, extra lineman, and let's run the football. Let's do what can. Let's run the football. Let's get heavy on that side and run. And then for me, if you want to get even nasty, let's just put one receiver. Get me another lineman back there like a fullback and go. And we go to lead off. Let's get nasty. And you can't tell me that a team is going to stop you with 2 extra linemen and that running back 23, Isaiah, the way he runs. Man, come on, please. Please. You're not stopping that.
We finna, hey, we finna find out Saturday what he got.
Well, you're not
For
going to
sure.
find out anything if you do the same thing you keep doing. It's talking about 4 out wide, and the running back has to do the responsibility of reading it. Stop that. Put them in positions in which they're positive for running. You got schemes out there that helps running backs run and assist them. You do
Right.
that by loading your people up. We got all this stuff talking about, oh, we gonna see. Well, how you gonna see? We run the ball 3 times and then say, oh, they just got 3 yards. They weren't successful. No, that's a lie. If your life is on the line and you got to design 3 plays to run that ball, I guarantee you're going to make sure that you got 3 plays that you know is going to get you yards.
Okay. All right. I take that, Steve. All right, JL. Amarion Miller. You and Steve. The dude balled out, y'all. Yeah, prayers out to him. I hope he I sent him a message on Instagram. Uh hope he when you the same thing that happened to him happened to me in the 8th grade. I was a quarterback, faked that ball. I thought I was gone. But this joker came out of nowhere. Walked me down, grabbed me by my back of my uh collar back there and pulled me back. I broke my ankle the same way. Same
Mm.
way, boy. That thing was painful when I saw that. I said, man, I went through the same thing. I ain't want to play no more. Cause it's a mental thing. He gonna have to get some help, bro. I'm telling you now. He gotta have some counseling and everything to get back out on that football field. Cause I'm sure Coach Prime and got the staff and everything to talk to him about. And if he really want to play again, I'm sure he probably will. Cause the dude can play, man.
Oh
And I
yeah,
heard Coach Prime say he was a fifth, man. I said, fifth? Dude, the best wide receiver on the team.
absolutely.
Shoot. But the way he went out and played, man, can you imagine this dude was in the starting lineup from game one? The numbers he could have been on put up.
Uh, I mean that's the $1 million question, right? Like I don't get that, man. 8 receptions, 145 yards, and he did that in about 6 minutes in the
It's
game.
6 minutes. You're
In
right.
about six
I got it
minutes
wrote
of
down. You're
real
right.
time in the game. Um, for Coach Prime to go to the podium and that question was asked and he answered the question kind of like between, it could be a toss up, it could be this guy or this guy or, man, look, as fans, we see it, man. And Coach Prime, you hear it. If it's a toss up and the guy you got in there, I ain't gonna name no player's name, but we all know who that player is. But if that guy's in there and he's not producing, but you got a guy that's going to come in there and whenever he's had his opportunity to get on the field, he has produced. Why is he on your sideline?
Hey, I said the same. Hey, I already know who it is. I ain't gonna say it is. He, but go ahead.
I mean, we know it's politics in sports. We're not
Right,
in the facility. We don't know the day-to-days and everything like that. But
right,
what we see on that field, our eyes don't lie to us.
right.
There's millions of viewers that watch this. Everybody's not a liar. If we saying this young man should be on the field, and Coach Prime can say, well, it could be him or the other guy. I mean, it's really just that close. Then you
That
see
boy,
this young man putting in the work. We've seen it during the well-off videos the previous year and during this spring. We've seen it. We've talked about it over the summer. Oh, Will
right.
Shepherd coming in. Whose spot he's supposed to take? Well, it ain't gonna be Amarion. Amarion put up. You saw the numbers he put up against USC. You see how he look in practice and stuff like that. But then we start the season and this young man is on the bench, man. So my prayers, man, go out to him, man. As a medical professional, man, I hope you bounce back. Take your rehabilitation serious,
Right.
because that is key to your future. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, Coach Prime, man, you got some explaining to do for that, man. Because I know you hear it, brother. You got some explaining to do for that, for
Well,
sure.
in my eyes, he has no explaining to do because at the end of the day, Amari Miller is an outstanding player, and I expect to see him playing on Sundays in the NFL. I definitely do. But for right now, you can't have one game we have 200 yards, and the next game you're invisible. It's like abracadabra. You don't even know they're on the field. So we can't have, this year I will say he still played. He played
Right. He
almost.
played.
He played every game. So you have opportunities. When I'm saying he's playing every game, that doesn't mean that they went to him now. That's something different. I give you that because you can play and the quarter and the plays don't go your way. I get that. What we got to look at is this here. For all of the players, when you get your opportunity, instead of us coming out saying, well, we see this, Barnes getting this opportunity now. People was talking about free Barnes, free Barnes, free Barnes, free cheese. I tell people, when you get your free cheese and you get your free Barnes, we want to see the productivity. That's saying Barnes is coming out doing positive things, and he's proving to people that he's deserving more because what you have to do to plan for Barnes. Barnes need to go like his advocate right there. The great BWatts is his advocate. You're his
Oh,
advocate.
Barnes showed out. Matter of fact, I was listening to 2 podcasts yesterday. They gave him a shout out.
And they
We'll
should have.
start to them. Appreciate y'all for shouting out my boy. So how well y'all were impressed with Barnes.
Absolutely. But my point is this. When we're asking for these players to be play, they need to produce. It ain't no, well, he got me out there, man. No, when you get out there, just like 23 getting ready to get that ball, we don't want to hear nothing. When you get that ball, you need to produce. And they're going to get there. And something else we have to recognize this one here. Coach Prime has to recruit. And Coach Prime has to get those transfers to come to come to see you. If you get a person like Shepard to come to your university and you sit him on the bench, what are you telling other players at his level that played at the SEC started and was the main man at their university, and even Western? People ain't coming. So you're going to have to, and then you got Omarion, where you know Omarion, his time is coming, and he's still playing. So it should assist Omarion when you're going behind a professional like Shepard. Shepard is teaching him things that he would have never saw. How to be a professional. Western showing what you need to do, things like that. That's huge. So that next year, he's the leader in that locker room. That's all.
Well, I might have pushed back that on there on Uncle Steve. Yeah, I got to be the messy one. Will Shepard is not better than Omarion Miller.
Not
What are
by
the
a mile.
numbers?
Not all them drops he doing, but
Not
he,
by a
he just
mile.
getting the opportunity because he did transfer. He is not better than him.
You don't have
I,
to be. You don't have to be better, but he's more consistent.
What?
I,
What you been watching?
Hey,
this,
how many touchdowns does Miller have?
Who?
How many touchdowns does Miller have this year?
I think
one.
two. Two.
Now he got one
He caught one.
He got one. How
against
many does
Baylor.
Shepard have?
2.
I think Shepard got more than 2.
Now I got 2.
I
He
think
got.
Shepard got two.
He got
But
a
anyway,
second one during his
well,
second.
I ain't gonna get in
So
that.
you
I
know,
I would take
It's potato.
Marion
It's
Miller.
potato. But
Yeah,
yeah.
I take. Matter of fact, shit. If it wasn't for Trav, I'd take Marion Miller over all of them.
Oh yeah,
oh
absolutely.
yeah,
It wasn't for Trav. Me personally,
I
that's
can
just
agree
me.
with that. I can
As
agree
a
with that.
coach and anything like that, if I was coach, oh yeah, he'll be
Yeah.
my main one out there. It might be, and then again, something something was said in the off season by Shadur and Coach Brown that kind of made me wonder about a couple of things. When he said when everybody was on Shadur about holding the ball, he came out and said they be running the wrong route. he says he said they be running the wrong route. I said, running. I said, who we talking about?
Yeah.
Then I heard Jim Owen Jr. said, man, you called a player in the hug. I forgot all about it just like that. I said, maybe YMC was just say got the got let's just say
What I'll
hey,
say.
you know Coach Pine, Steve, you know Coach Pine said, y'all need to get your grades right.
What
He wasn't
what I'll
talking
say. I'll
they couldn't
what
be
I'll
talking
say to
about
that.
Barnes. Now Barnes just made the honor roll. So
He wasn't talking about Shepard. Shepard left
No,
Vanderbilt, so
come
you know
on now.
he's smart.
Come on now.
I'll tell you,
Well,
JR.
this is what I'll say. I'll say this. As a freshman, sure, you say that to you can put that on Omarion. Hey, freshmen make mistakes, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
you can put that on Omarion and say maybe that's why he didn't see the field as a freshman, because obviously he was probably the third best talented receiver on the roster last year.
Yeah.
You had Weaver, you had Hunter, you had guys in front of him. He was competing for that third best receiver spot. He didn't see the field. And during the offseason, you got some of that, man. Guys running the wrong routes. They don't know the route concepts, da-da-da.
JR,
All
winning
right,
the sixth
cool.
game of the season, though, JR.
He's
Can't be running no wrong route 6 games in the season.
exactly. Omarion Miller is now an established player in that program. I find it hard to believe that he'll be on the field multiple times throughout the game running the wrong routes. Now, not all opportunities are created equal. He has his chances to get on the field, but I've seen it live in person. When Travis Hunter is on the field, he's always open. He's going to command those targets because if he's the first read and he's open, any quarterback is going to throw it to their first read if they're open. So that's just the nature of the beast. You're on the field with another dominant receiver that's commanding those targets.
Right.
Will Shepherd was at Vanderbilt. He was the guy. He commanded all the targets. So that's those. I'm not gonna say they inflated stats because you got to catch the ball, you got to get yards out the catch. But his opportunities were so much greater. They were so much greater at Vanderbilt for you to come to CU's team now, and for Coach Prime to say himself, "Oh man, it's neck and neck. That guy can be out there, or that guy can be out there." All right, who's the guy you recruited there as a young pup? Who's the guy that's been showing it to you day in and day out, making up the spectacular plays in practice, going about his business, quiet as kept? We haven't heard any troublesome issues out of this young man. And for him to not be in that position opposite of Travis, and for Coach Prime to get on the podium and say, I mean, it could be either guy. Why not go with the guy which you recruit? Because the same thing you said, BWatts, about you're bringing in the transfers, the same thing could be said about, all right, well, you kind of putting some of these guys on the shelf that you recruited initially. Yeah, sure, Miller getting out there and Welch getting out there, but what about the other guys you recruited that's getting shelved too? So those are the things I think about, as a fan and as a spectator of CU, man. That young man should be on the field.
He's on the field. He got hurt on the field.
But all opportunities are not created equal. But
I mean, I ain't gonna knock nobody's opinion. Y'all got y'all opinion. I ain't gonna knock none one of y'all. I appreciate y'all. But check this out. Let's talk about LeJohntay Wells. The dude coming, the boy, he turning up, y'all. He putting out. He might be the best. Well, he might look like he didn't. He lead. I think he ain't leading the team in TDs now.
Yep. He sure is.
Got 7.
Man, the boy. It look like you do a comfortable with him, and when you get down close to that goal line, look like you do be looking for him.
But he could have more if they scheme. And even two said this. He said, I know the certain routes that Wester runs that I know he's going to always get open. Well, why don't we scheme on some other routes to get him open? Because when you saying that certain routes he get open on, the other team does too. These young men, him and Jimmy, as fast as these cats are and as shifty as they are, we do not do a good job of scheming. Because if you do a good job of scheming, that drag route and them crosses and stuff like that, and they're small too, other teams should be bumping into each other like we do. So I'm just looking at things like that. The schematics, I'm not feeling it. I need more creativity. Now, I don't need creativity where you're doing silly stuff, where you're doing flicking the ball, double revert. That makes no sense. That takes too long. I'm talking about this one here. If he puts them in motion, and when you put them in motion, have a tight end right there so the tight end is leading, blocking once you pitch the receiver the ball. Those are things I'm talking about to give him space and give him a blocker, extra blocker. Those are things I'm talking about.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Route concepts are key, man. He's definitely a more quicker than faster guy. So in those short goal line areas, that's why he's been so successful, man. He come off that line like a little bullet, boom, and he get to that route so fast. Shador can put it on him, and he catch the ball, get in the end zone. So LeJohntay he's doing an amazing job, man. Being a leader, of those wide receivers, man,
Yeah,
and
that's the real
finding
leader
the
right there.
end zone, like
Yeah,
finding the end zone. Albeit, 100+ targets last year at his previous school, but he didn't find the end zone like that. And so I'm happy to see that he is finding the end zone this year because that matters, man. And that young man's a pro. I would love to see him, and I expect to see LeJounte playing on Sunday. He's gonna be on somebody's roster because he's a pro, man. He's a pro.
right. Hey, guys. Once again, hey, y'all watching Sports Talk with BWatts. My guest tonight is Stephen Woodland and JR Boxing. Want to appreciate them for being a guest tonight. We're gonna try to hang out here for about another 30 minutes, and we're gonna talk about the defensive side of the ball, something we need to get into. So going forward, getting ready for Arizona, right? What do you expect to see from the defensive side of the ball against Arizona offense? Uh, they are a passing team. This is going to be something different from what we done faced so far this year. Go ahead and start it off, JR.
I would expect to see some coverage. You live by the man, man to man, you die by the man to man. But I would expect to see some coverage, man. Mix in some coverage in there, some cover 2, cover 3, something like that. Robber concepts.
Yeah,
To give Fafita, who's he's a great passer of the ball, to give him some different looks, man.
right.
And put the defensive backs in a good space to make plays. I mean, we should be leaving Arizona with at least 2 picks. At least 2.
Yeah,
If we playing coverage, man, and you put those young men and see you in that defensive backfield in the right spot, 2 picks, man. We got to be walking out of Tucson with 2 picks. So that's what I would expect to see going into the Arizona game. They're a pass heavy team, sort of similar to CU. They like to pass the ball. So I would want to see some coverage.
go ahead, Steve.
I want to see them hit them right in the mouth and bust their lip. I need
Yeah.
to see
Dog.
physicality. I need to see Debo. If I'm not seeing Debo, we got an issue. You need to come up there and you slap them right in their mouth like you supposed to, and let them know this is our house and it's gonna be a long night. What I saw even in the last game, when you hit Gibbons on that neck and that neck was hurting him, he got right on out that game. When you hit people and you hit them with intentions to hurt, it 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 causes certain things to happen. It causes certain people to lay on the field, act like they leg hurt, they shoulder hurt, and everything else. I want to see physicality, and I don't
Right.
need to see no schemes. I don't need to see none of that. I want you to line up, mano to mano, and hit somebody in the mouth. Because when you do that to Arizona, what that's gonna do is this one here. Them receivers ain't going over the middle because they're gonna be like, Hill Green, something wrong with him. That boy hits you and he wants to hurt you. The next thing, when it come to Barnes need to start slamming some people like he's supposed to. He's 6'5", 325. Let's put some people on their back. Block Bully, I'll never have nothing bad to say about Block Bully because Block Bully shows up for every game. It takes 3 to get the big block bully. So the stump is for real. You ain't moving that stump. That the stump is there to stay. With that being said, coaches quit trying to be cute. Everybody knows you do a lot of man to man. You got to switch it up now because they're taking advantage of that.
Right.
Go with some cover 2, whatever you want to do. But this is the next thing. I'll say this, B-Watts. People tell me how smart they are with football. Oh, man, I know football, down and distance. Well, if it's down and distance and it's 3rd and 14, why are we past the yellow line where the first down is with our defensive players so that they give these receivers all of this room and they're getting first downs on 3rd and 14, 3rd and 16, 3rds and 8s and stuff like that? Get your butt up to the 5-yard line, the 5 yards back, get up there and force them to do something. To quit giving up all these 3rd downs. It's ridiculous. Every game with too many 3rd downs. If it's a 3rd and 14, you should never have people getting 3rd and 14. Period. not with the defense we have. That's what I expect from them. Get physical. Olivia Newton-John, I want to get physical. Let me hear your body talk, baby. Let me hear the body talk. People know what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about, Steve. Get into it, boy.
Oh man.
Oh, boy. So, why you crazy, boy? Don't throw me out. Look, Steve, I'm going to start with you on this one. Arizona got a wide receiver, 6'5". Who on our defensive side should be the one who cover him?
To me, if it was me, it's this one here. I would put McKinney on him and I'll have somebody over the top on him. And I'll tell McKinney this one here. He's 6'5". If he catch that ball, go to his knees. I want you to put a popping on him. Because when you 6'5" and you that big and I'm going down on them knees, you know what you're going to do? You getting down. Oh, I don't want that no more. That hurts. Oh, yeah, it hurts. Come on over here if you want to. I'm trying to protect the point. Well, let's protect that cornerback and let's realize that all that quarterback, you better not go man to man. Because that quarterback gonna throw the ball. That's his main receiver, and he's gonna throw that ball up there to him. So if you go man to man, and you slip or he gets up at a great angle on you, you're done. Keep a free safety over him. Keep McKinney there and save Travis, because on Travis, if you're saying the shoulders, got a sting or whatever the case may be, he don't need to be over there trying to hit that person. Put him on the opposite side. Handle that side over there and double team and force them linebackers. Tell the linebackers, y'all need to eat. Y'all job is to eat and ensure that they don't run and then go from there. That's what I would do.
What about you, Jeff?
Oh man, the competitor in me, man, I want to see Travis on it, man. I want to see Travis and T-Mac, man. That's what I want to see. But the fan in me who wants to win this game, I couldn't agree with Uncle Steve any better, man. You put McKinney over there, you put a safety over the top, and you let the other guys work and do their job on the other side of the ball. And that's how you go about doing it, man. And
Y'all rather have him instead of Hood on him, bro?
come
The
on,
guy's
BWatts.
6'5". The guy's 6'5". And you could, I don't care even if you put Hood there,
Oh,
I could tell
hold
him.
on, Steve. Time out. I'm coming to you. I'm coming. JL, I saw you turn your head. You don't think Coach and Hood can check this dude?
I don't have there's no doubt that Colton Hood can't check the dude. But you put McKinney in. McKinney's earned that opportunity to be on that field and check that young man. He's
Okay.
been there. You know,
Okay, Steve.
he's been, if Travis is gonna play and
Yeah, he gonna
McKinney
play.
is your other starter, then you put him on the field. Now, if Travis is not playing, then yeah, put Colton Hood over there. Put Colton Hood over there. Put a safety over the top. McKinney, you got the other guy.
Okay.
But McKinney has earned that right to be on that field
He
and
ain't no
challenge
press.
himself
He
at any
don't press.
time.
He ain't no presser, bro. He don't know how to use a hand coming off the line of scrimmage.
You know, I
I mean,
I
go ahead
can't
and look at
speak
the
to that.
tape, bro. And go look
I
at his
can't
own
speak
thing
to
on.
that. I can't speak
What
to that.
what
But what I will say, he's earned that opportunity.
Okay.
So
Okay.
if he get out there and he give up quick 4 passes, then you already know what you need to do. Well, get
switch
Colton Hood in there. You got a
switch?
guy waiting, itching to get in. Get him in there.
Okay.
That's a
So,
quick personnel change.
yeah, I know you're right. Go
Yeah.
ahead. Go
This
ahead, Steve. Huh?
this is what you want to see with Coach Prime now. You should be able to get with the talent that they have back there and Colton Hood in there. You need to get to the opportunity. If somebody's not having their game, you need to let them know you on a leash. And if you ain't
Mhm.
performing, I got a dog back here that want to eat. Hood want to eat. And if Hood want to eat, then that's what we need to do. We need to make sure that we pulling. We doing this here. When you're fishing, when that thing goes down, you pulling. And that's what Coach
Mhm.
Prime needs to do. Coach Prime is very loyal to some of those guys, and that's a good thing. But I'm more of, if it's not your night, you can come sit beside me. That's fine. That's fine. You can sit beside me. I got a spot over here. But if it is your night, we keep it and we gonna roll with it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Like I said, I just like Coach Hood came from the SEC, played at Auburn. He would have been the #1 cornerback in the SEC. He don't play big, like Greg said, he don't play big receivers in the SEC. I just want to see a physical cornerback on the field from now on. And he the only one that do it. Travis
Hey,
don't even do that. Travis just he played both sides of the ball. He know what they trying to do. So he's a
mhm.
student of the game. See, he ain't got to play press cover. He know what they trying to do. And like Coach Dre said in chat, I would just like to see Trav play offense too because of his shoulder
Yeah.
on defense. That's what I would like to see.
Mhm.
But anyway, we gonna see. We gonna see. We gonna see. We gonna see. All right, guys, check this out. We're gonna get back to see you. We're gonna take a break right now. All right. I ain't mean to cover y'all faces up. I'm gonna take it down in a few minutes.
No, cover it up.
No,
Yeah,
but
I'm
when you
good.
look at the schedule, right? I'm looking see. Let me take that down the phone. I want y'all to see me, hear me when I said it. I don't know what everybody else goal is. I think everybody goal is. And I heard Coach Prime say he just want to win a bowl game, get Miss Peggy to the bowl game. I addressed that last night on the show. I ain't looking for them to just make no bowl game. I want them to win the Big 12. Jr. Steve, I want to see Colorado in a playoff game playing a SEC team. You know
Mm.
why? I want to see can Shador and Travis match up against somebody like Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee. I want to see can they really play on that level, right? And also, I want to see the measurement of Colorado team. How far we don't came, how far we need to go to be on a level like that. Now, when we look at the schedule, the next game they play Arizona. Can you see it, Steve?
Yes, sir.
We play
Arizona,
Arizona,
Cincinnati,
right? We play
Texas Tech,
Cincinnati, Texas, Texas Tech. We play
Utah,
Utah and
Kansas.
Kansas. I'm glad.
Yep.
I need glasses. So
Yep.
when we look at this schedule, Jr. I know we're playing one game at a time. Which team scare you the most on him?
Uh, I would say right now, Texas Tech, man.
I agree.
I've been to Lubbock, man. Did some training up there before. They have a great medical school up there at Texas Tech, man. So I did some training up there a while back, and I've been to one of the football games that night, man. That amazing atmosphere, man. They not packing it, they not packing 100,000 like Nebraska, but amazing atmosphere, man. They got nothing up there in Lubbock but Texas Tech, and they love their doggone football. I'm from Texas, Texas, we love some football. And them fans, man, that's a hard place to play. We've
Hmm.
seen teams go in there. I'm a huge fan of the Big 12. I've seen my own Longhorns back in the day going to Lubbock, Texas, ranked and lose. So I would say right now that's the toughest game it looks like on the schedule. But like Coach Dre said, all the games are winnable. But I would say that's probably the toughest game left. They got a quarterback that's top. I believe he's still top 10 in the NCAA slinging the ball. They got a running back. I want to say he's top 10 in the NCAA as running the ball. So they got a good combination up there. They got some guys that can play. They got
Hmm.
a quarterback that can sling it, and they got a running back that can run it. So I'll probably say that's probably the next toughest test for us for sure.
What about you, Steve?
To me, I would say Texas Tech, especially if they're going to play, what time they're going to play that game. If it's going to be
Mm.
one of them late night games, I don't know what it is, but I see you and they mindset with these late night games.
Hey, I ain't gonna tell him like, man, I fell asleep on the game Saturday, bro.
Thriller in
That thing is
Manila
so
all the
late,
time,
man.
but it's a night game.
Hey,
Boy, it's a
they had
thriller.
to come and wake me up, man. I said, man, what?
It blows my mind on how they put CU with these time things. But this is what I'm gonna say on this one here. CU should run the table if they do this here. Play football, their offense match their defense.
Mhm.
Go on there and quit telling two he has to win the game. Let's get 3 points. Let's get 5 yards. If he goes the old Tom Brady way, Let's get 5 yards a pop. Let's get 3 yards. Let's
Yeah.
move the ball. Let's get a
Right.
first down. I don't need a 50-yard bomb because when Two gets a 50-yard bomb, he get comfortable back there, and then he start drifting back. I'm looking for the big play. We don't need a big play. That's how the Los Angeles Raiders play. That's the Oakland Raiders type football. Get me to the New England Patriots type football. We gonna nickel you all the way down the field. We're going to have your tongue hanging out your mouth. When they do that, and what I've seen with their defense, I'm all in on their defense. If you played 5 good games in one game in which even as bad as they played, they still was winning that football game. So I'm all in on the defense. The real defense will show up next week and the week thereafter. Just play complementary football and take 3 points when we got it. They can win every game.
Okay. All right. So I've been noticing we play good on the road. But at home, I don't know what it is. Do we really have the home field advantage there?
Oh man, look, I had some buddies at the game, man, that went with me. I've been down with these guys for a while, and they were at the game in Colorado, and I was jealous, man. I was jealous of you, BWatts, being at the game, man, getting up there in Colorado. That's one thing
My brother, I let my brother win.
I have not been to a home game yet, but my homeboys telling me, they like, man, the crowd just don't seem in it. And I was like, it's funny that you tell me that because I'm watching the game and I'm like, the crowd just don't seem in it. Yes, I understand your team, as a team, we're down at that point in time, but they said the atmosphere after scoring a touchdown was kind of like, oh yeah, we scored, band plays, boom, 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 and that's it. But you see other stadiums, the lights going, it's a light show, man. They throwing off fireworks and all. So the game experience to keep the crowd pumped, animated, hyped throughout. Oh man, I wish I would have been there to get like my own assessment of it, but I'm going off of assessment of guys that I trust. I know them. I've been in the trenches with these guys, and they said, man, that game experience, it was not a good game experience.
Yeah,
They could
man.
do better.
Yeah, that was great with them. But Steve, every game I don't seen from last year and this year at home, we always depending on Shadur for a Hail Mary or a last second throw to win a game at home. Why is that?
Well, let me go this way so people can understand this in podcast land. I went golfing yesterday, and I went golfing up yesterday in Montgomery County. And if people know anything about Maryland, that's money. That's a money place up there. And in golfing, it's an etiquette when you're golfing. You don't come in there playing radios and talking on the phone. Man, they looking at you at this golf. They looking at you like, homeboy. We don't do that here.
Right.
This is how we do things here. This money place up here. We do things a certain type of way. Now, let's reference that to Colorado. Boulder, that's money. That's a money place. You dealing with a different clientele. I'm from Mississippi, and I went to Mississippi State football game. And when you go to a Mississippi, there ain't no winning team, but Mississippi State bring out them cowbells and homeboy, they will have your head will be ringing by that second quarter. Your head is ringing. They drunk. They using words you ain't never heard before. Hey there, boy, you saw that? We gonna kill him. Get him, Bob. Get him. They on a different level. And when these are
Right, you crazy.
no. Hear me, BWatts. When you hear fans saying this, I leave when I hear fans. When I hear certain guys saying this here, woo, woo, woo. When they start saying that, it's time to go because they oiled up. They oiled up and juiced up. But my point is saying is this one here.
Say all this joke crazy, man.
No. It's a different class of people. When you got money, you got that etiquette. Oh, we do things. Oh, it's like tennis. We do. Oh, good job. When you down south and you poor and you living in that trailer, you living in you get to that game, you acting a fool. You out there cheering, you on there, you're rocking, you're doing this here, you're dancing. Man, at them games, if you stand up, them folks looking at you, buddy, but hey, buddy, I paid this is a $5,000 seat. Can you please sit down? My mother's here. She's been watching. We need you to sit down. So it's that type of thing, and you just got to get used to it.
Oh boy, he crazy, man. Hey, we want to thank y'all for tuning in to Sports Talk with BWatts. Tonight we got Steve Woodland. It's a Steve Woodland show. I'm just a producer, and JR, you the guest. So every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, y'all tune in to the Steve Woodland show, and we'll be glad to have you back. If you're a sponsor out there, if you're tuning in, you want to sponsor the Steve Woodland show, all you got to do is just hit us down at the email address that's going across the screen. We'll take care of you. All right? All right. Check this out, JR. All right. When we look, got my notes here. All right. Coach Ryan said Travis is coming back, and Jimmy Horn Jr. will be there available. And the question is, with that injury to his shoulder, what do you think? What can we expect from the play from Travis Hunter in this game coming up in Arizona?
Oh man,
Think it's. I don't know how bad his shoulder unless you or Steven knows. I don't know.
yeah, I don't know what the diagnosis of the shoulder is. The early prognosis, the way they had a big bulky sling on it, that prognosis it screams a sprain. Maybe some type of joint or something like that of the shoulder. But I expect Travis to be Travis, man. I expect him to go out there and play like he's always played, because that's all I've seen from him. He's not missing multiple games, because when he came back last year after missing multiple games and he got back to Stanford, he had to get his sea legs back under him, kind of like Shiloh. Shiloh's out 3 games, got to get them sea legs back under him, got to get back in that position of dominance. So with Travis just missing only half of the game, kind of thing, I expect him to go out there and be Travis, man. But I expect the coaching staff to protect him. I don't want to see him out there 120 plus plays. Protect the young man from himself. But I think he's gonna go out there. He's gonna be a competitor. That's what he's always been. He's gonna go out there and play his butt off.
So Steve, if he out there on the defensive side, he got to hit and be physical. You don't think that'll hurt his shoulder again?
Well, you need to tell him on that side over there. He can just grab the person and then go from there. When it comes, you can protect them. You can protect them on the defensive end as far as from tackling. You ensure that your free safety and you ensure them linebackers. We need you coming up, because normally on those, Travis can hit. I don't think that Coach Prime would not put him out there if he couldn't hit somebody and he's in a certain amount of pain. This
Okay.
is where I'll tell Travis, and I'll tell him I ain't too smart when it comes to certain things, but I do know this. If you've noticed, teams are teeing off on those receivers, and they're teeing off on our receivers because they go on these deep routes and taking so long to get into them. And the coaches are telling them, if they're doing that, I want you set up so when they do it, you lay a pop on them. And that's how they're getting these big hits. If they go and do up their schemes in which Travis and them get to those spots, instead of doing 15, 20 yards, start doing 6 and 7, and Travis get down. Because if you looked at the play he got hit on, Travis shoulder pads just barely covered. Back in the old days, shoulder pads covered your whole shoulder and everything. They cute
Mm-hmm.
now, and they want to be everything about looking good, aesthetics instead of protecting. So when you're dealing with that, you get those type of injuries sometimes with that when you have equipment like that. All I ask Travis, get down. We don't need to get down. Let's get 7 yards and let's move to the next play. Get me 7 more yards, get down and get to the next play until we get to that end zone. I want you safe and sound so you can sign your $40 million contract and change everybody's life in your family. So that's what I look forward to you to do.
All right, guys. Hey, with hour and 15 minutes, we got 15 more minutes. Hey, what's your expectation of the game coming up against Arizona, and how do you see it going? Go ahead, JR.
Oh, look, I see it. Man, I see it being a shootout, man. Uh, I don't think Arizona just gonna lay down. See you rolling into town. I don't think Arizona gonna lay down. I think Arizona gonna put up some points, and I see CU matching that output. So be prepared for a shootout, and let Shador's presence, let Shador's accuracy, let Shador's learning from his mistakes and tendencies prove better, and see you come out with the victory.
Good take.
I see something a little different. I see some angry men, and if CU are the men that I know they are, they should be nasty, angry, and upset, and they should come in there with some violent intentions when they get to that field. And if they come in there with violent intentions when they get to that field, offensively I ain't talking about just on the defensive line. I'm talking about on the offensive line too. They should be out there, and on this game here, I'm looking for a route. I'm a surprise. I'm looking for a route. I'm looking for a 17-point win in this game. And people, I'm looking for a 17-point win. I expect that defense to come down and impose their presence on this team. Is Arizona going to beat us on a few? Yeah, Arizona going to get a couple big plays. I can see that. They'll get their 17. But I expect CU offense, because even last year, CU scored almost on every possession last year against that great Arizona team, which was better last year, and I think they are this year. CU should be able to roll on Arizona complimentary football. Give me 5 yards a pop. Get away from dropping back 7-10 yards and just give me 5 yards, and let's keep the chains moving. And this is going to be a route.
I got to go with you, Steven. I think it's gonna be a route too, man. I think that loss got their attention again. And Coach Ryan said when he was talking to him, he told y'all not to be listening to us. Told them not to be listening to us, pump your head up. He told y'all you ain't all that now. Soon as you go out there and mess up, they gonna jump all over your head. So I think they're gonna. I think they got to prepare different. You know, they've been the way they've been preparing, and I think they're gonna. I think they're gonna prepare like they did against UCF. I think they're gonna establish that running game. I think they're gonna stick to this running game. Now, I really believe they are. Seemed like Pat when I was looking at the well off Pat Sherman was like he was ticked off. He even called out Shadur. He told you to stop skating, stand up in that pocket, step up in that. I said, "Oh Lord, look at that!" but anyway, we'll go back to see you when we close. Got about 10 more minutes. Hey man, fellas, what's going on with the Dallas Cowboys? Talk to me, Jr.
Oh man, I'll tell you right now, I'm a Texans fan, so I'm loving what I'm seeing. Dallas, keep it up. Jerry, do whatever you gotta do. I mean, the man was on the radio station today about to fire the people at the radio station. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's what I'm talking about.
he is just beside himself, and I love it. As a Houstonian, I love it. So keep doing your thing. If you want to go out there and get your behinds beat at home every single time, I'll do it. Because you know who look good? The Texans at 5-1. So I don't have much to say about the Dallas Cowboy girls. That's just that's a Texans thing. But I look forward to playing them this year, and I look forward to putting belt to behind on them Cowboys this year. So just keep playing just how you doing, Dallas, and
Okay,
we'll
man.
see you later on down the line.
What's going on with him, Steve?
This is what's going on. You put a billionaire on there, the owner, and he thinks he's a general manager, and he thinks he is bigger than the team, and he's gotten to a point now where he's 80. What is he, about 80 something now? And certain people you need to put out in the pasture. It's time when it comes to Jerry. I'm being serious. He needs to just be an owner and leave it as that. If you're just going to be that general manager is terrible, because let me explain something to people, and I'm going to be real quick with this one here. You got a team in which you have a quarterback that's in his 30s, and you got a receiver that's 27 and 28. You're paying that kind of money for that kind of input where you have no chance of winning because your salary cap is Terrible. And you got to pay for a linebacker who's probably one of the best linebackers in football. So now you're going to have at least 60% of your whole team for 3 players. And then you got all that dead money for all those bad deals that Jerry Jones did that he's paying players that still ain't got in a uniform. Instead of him saying, hey, the Washington Commanders got a young quarterback, a franchise quarterback that playing for free. They got receivers that they paying no money for. They got an offensive line they ain't paying no money for. The future is bright for them. Philadelphia is fine. Dallas just is a dumpster fire. But what I love about Dallas, their fans are gonna love them. They're gonna eat Jerry's pudding, and they're gonna keep on because they love a star. But what you're gonna be seeing is stars because you're going nowhere soon, and you're gonna keep on losing because you do the same thing over and over again. Jerry tell you a lie, and you believe it, and you eat it up. So keep believing that lie and keep on seeing stars because that's all you are, seeing stars.
I appreciate it, guys. Hey, let's look at this. I don't share that with the other guys. I'm gonna see what y'all got to say. When you look at this AP poll, top 25, I think I asked Coach Ray them, and they're I don't know if got a chance to ask Steven this. How many SEC teams you think will make the playoff when the season get ready to end? And name your SEC team.
That's gonna be Tech. Oh, you want to go, JR?
Oh no, go ahead, Uncle Steve.
Okay, no, I'm going Texas. I'm going Georgia. I see Ole Miss. Ole Miss is gonna get back in there. Tennessee and Missouri.
You think Missouri gonna make it?
Or if Missouri don't make it, Texas A&M gonna make it. I see 5. And the reason I see Texas A&M. I can see Texas A&M or Missouri sneaking back in there, and I see 5 because of the fact that all those other teams are losing.
Okay.
They getting a Penn State, Oregon, and Ohio State. They getting L's. 2 of them getting L's, and you might have 3 get L's. So they're going to be moving out of there, and they're just going to have 1 or 2 of them that'll make it. And the ACC, Clemson and Miami, when one of those lose, only one person in the ACC going to the playoffs. So I can see them saying, "Hey, 5 for them," and the Big 12 ain't getting number 1.
Okay.
Oh, I see. I'm gonna go with 4 and a possible. 4 and a P. We playing spades right now, so I'm gonna go with 4 and a P. And
Okay.
my for sure 4, I'm going Texas. After Texas, Georgia, and that's gonna be a good battle this Saturday. Texas and Georgia.
Right.
So I'm going Texas, Georgia, and then I see Texas A&M sneaking in there, LSU sneaking in there, and then my possible would be between Bama and Tennessee. And
I don't think Alabama's gonna make it, y'all.
I would probably go with Tennessee over Bama because if I got my 4, including LSU, that means LSU would beat Bama at when they play this year.
So y'all don't think but one team from the Big 12 can make it?
That's it.
They're gonna be it for you, Steve.
That's it.
No,
you don't think if Colorado go 10-2 and they in the championship game and they lose, you don't think they'll make it in there, Steve?
Nope.
What about you, JR?
You're saying they're gonna win all the rest. They're gonna be 10-3 then.
No, I'm saying they're gonna win all the rest of the games.
They can't.
What you mean? They can't.
They're gonna be 10-3. If you lose the championship game, you're gonna be 10.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
that's 3 losses.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. You don't think they'll make it in there?
Nope. Not with 3
As
losses.
a runner-up?
No, because what you got to realize, the other team gonna have just 2 losses. You're gonna have a team, one of them, Iowa State or BYU, gonna have 2 losses, and they're gonna have 3. So,
but they go by the conference. They're going by the conference, right?
No, you hear what I'm saying? You will have, for example, if it's Iowa State and Colorado, Iowa State beats Colorado. Okay, now you got BYU. BYU might not have number 2 losses.
Wow, I didn't look at it. I gotta look at it like that. You might be right, Steve. So they gonna have to win. They got to win it all to get in
They
there.
got to win it. They got to win it.
They got to win out.
You don't put it in their hands. You got to win it.
So they should have won that game on Saturday.
That game on Saturday would have put them in places they never wanted to be before. That would have. But even without that, they still got it in front of them. Just run the table. You run the table, and you don't have to worry about nobody.
Yeah.
Run the table.
Wow. Y'all got me on that.
Because they're gonna not what they're gonna do. They're gonna knock y'all.
Y'all fucked my night up, man. I just never put y'all on this show.
but they're gonna knock you, BWatts, because of history. It's politics.
But we bring Coach Prime bring the money and the attention.
But SEC is owned by ESPN.
I understand that. You gonna tell me, JR and Steven, if Prime go 10-3, and Alabama, Texas A&M go 10-3, and we run it up in our conference, they're not gonna pick Prime?
No, because their strength of schedule.
Man, y'all get off my show, man. Don't y'all.
Bruh, you're gonna have 16.
Look at Greg in the chat talking about no, and your show counts for Thursday, Greg. I'm going solo. I'm going solo.
You a Cowboys fan now. You a Cowboys fan now.
Say what?
You a Cowboys fan now.
That's what it is. You're a Cowboys fan now.
Look, man. Come on, y'all. Let's reason together. Let's do like the Lord told his disciples. Y'all, let's sit down and reason together. So, boy, that loss really hurt Colorado.
It was huge. It was huge because all your losses are going to be. What loss are you talking about? They getting okay. You're gonna have. Yeah, no.
I'm telling you, when you look at BYU schedule, they win all they game. They can't get too good.
Arizona State might beat them. Arizona State might beat them, but
I don't see it. That quarterback slaying that thing, boy. He ain't got one or two tight ends. He got three. All of them so for 6-1.
Yeah, but you're dealing with it's college football, and just like Vanderbilt is proven to everybody, on any given Saturday you can be beat. That's what frustrates me with Colorado. They need to realize, right? If you're everybody's Super Bowl, why are you coming to the party, with tutus on and stuff, thinking that we can just do what we want to do? Yeah, it don't make no sense.
Yeah. Man, that game was right there on, man. They came back, they took the lead, and the defense just, man. Okay, guys. I mean, so we just got to, man, it's boy, you don't never want to sit around and wait on another team to lose, see if you gonna make the playoff.
Yeah.
That's just horrible, man.
Man, we need I would say,
because if they make a bowl game, just a bowl game, Shadu and Travis ain't gonna play.
Oh yeah, there's no need for them to play.
I said, man, everybody keep talking about a bowl game for Mid.
They're gonna play. They're gonna play because that bowl game is huge for Coach Prime.
Man, the boys ain't finna risk their career.
Hey, career? Well, let me stop you. The hits that Shador taking right now, what risk in career? What he's doing right now is his career.
If they make a bowl game, they ain't playing on the team here.
I'll put it this way. The way that I know Coach Prime and the competitor is and what he's trying to prove, he's not going out there trying to lose no bowl game. They are going to play, and they're going to play well. They did it for the HB when they were at Jackson State, and they knew they were leaving and going to.
I understand that's your take. My take, I don't think they're going to play. Make the bowl. If they make the playoff, they'll play. But just a regular bowl game, 8-4 or 9-3 bowl.
Coach Prime's son, that's his coach. 2 and 12, them two sons, they want him to go out on top. They are not, and Coach Prime wouldn't have him that time. And you think Shiloh ain't gonna play? Man, they playing. And go win.
Might play, but the quarterback in there.
I see Shiloh playing. It definitely depends on what bowl they get to. I'm 50-50 on it.
It could be the mayonnaise bowl.
If they get to the college football playoff, you definitely play.
Yeah,
if you get to the Duke's Mayo Bowl, I don't want to see you playing in the Duke's Mayo Bowl. I'm sorry. get to one of the upper echelon bowls right after the college football playoffs kind of thing, then yeah, go out there one last hurrah and do your thing, because you can protect yourself on the field, and I'm sure Coach Prime would talk to him about that and things like that. But I wouldn't be mad at the young men if they didn't play.
No, I wouldn't be mad at, but what I'm looking at is this one here. They need to turn the university around. If you don't play in that game for your university on that, what are you telling everybody else? You need to have it where it's like, hey, especially that's your father, and you're not playing. Come on now. I just don't see it.
Yeah.
Don't see it. That's me. I just don't see it.
Yeah, I respect your opinion. I don't say I'm playing.
You talk about Dallas now. If it's Dallas, you won't see them playing, because when Detroit
Nah,
came to
I'm
town,
talking
they
about to
didn't
do
show
it
up.
trash. No, I'm talking about to do it trash. Hey, man, look at here. JR, what you doing tomorrow, man? We're gonna run this thing back, Steve. And when I send you this link, you better click on. We running part B back tomorrow. Y'all ain't doing that. Part B tomorrow, y'all, with JR and Steve. Tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern time, I'll be here. I don't know if they're gonna be here, but I'm gonna send them the link and we're gonna do this thing. All right. Appreciate y'all, man. Like I say, man, it was a blessing to have both. Greg said the beef chicken.
Greg, something else,
What
man.
what you and Jay on them stuff? Y'all know Greg can't act right. Matter of fact, hey Greg, I need you on the panel with me to hell of these two tomorrow, man. I'm gonna send you the
Oh,
link, big dog. Greg, I'm gonna send you the link, man. It's gonna be up for the 4 Horsemen. Oh boy. Hey man, like I said, man, I appreciate y'all, man. It was a blessing tonight. Thank y'all for being on here to bring a little insight to the game and the content to help people who sitting around watching us and give them something to watch and entertain them. Again, your take on what's going on with Coach Ryan in Colorado Buffalo, and I appreciate that. I'm going around home with the last word. You can start off, JR, then Steven.
Oh, what I'll say is that again, man, hey, prayer hands out there for Amarion Miller, man. Like I said, I hope the bounce back is great. And that tackle that they had on that young man, that was an illegal tackle, man. That was a hip
yeah.
drop tackle,
Yeah,
man.
man. I tell you, man, I felt that. I know that happened to me.
Hate to see it. So NCAA, you got to do something about that, because in the
Man,
NFL, that's an illegal tackle, and the NCAA, they don't blink an eye at it. So NCAA, you got to do something about that. And to Colorado, man, to the fans, to the team, man. I'm ready to see a great bounce back, man. I enjoyed myself tonight. BWatts, Uncle Steve, man. Looking forward to tomorrow, man. We'll do it again tomorrow, but good show, man. Good.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. I'm gonna bring up my. I'm gonna make up my 15 questions about that I used to do. Go ahead, Steve. I ain't been interrupted.
oh no, you didn't interrupt me, man. I just want to say, hey, it was a pleasure being on here with y'all tonight. You gentlemen, y'all know how to speak to the people out there in podcast land. And Miller, something I will hit you with this, young man, is this one here. You're going to be as great as you want to be. You're healed, you're healthy, you're blessed, and you already, and that's in Jesus' name. You're already healed and blessed. You just got to believe that, do the work, and then go from there. You are still going to achieve everything you want to achieve, just as long as you have that mindset and put in the hard work that you always do, and stay humble, young man. Don't get down on yourself, because hey, your time is coming and your time is now. So the work you're putting in and the mindset you have is going to take you there. The next thing, see you fans, instead of jumping off that boat and talking about some, hey, listening to these other people who all they do in life is criticize and tell you how great they are and how much knowledge they got. I'm here to tell you, I'm not here to criticize these young men. I'm here to uplift. Uplift, and I'm not going to lie to them. But I'm gonna tell them, hey, when you stink, you stink. When you smell good, you smell good.
That's
B
right.
Watts, I see a lot of smelling good in the future for CU. I look forward to see you do what they supposed to do this coming Saturday. Romp this Arizona team, and let's get this thing rolling. and go from there. And God bless everybody. Keep being great and stay positive. It's to you, BWatts.
Hey, once again, like I say, appreciate everybody participating in the chat on who watched the live and who's going to watch the replay. Don't take your viewership for granted. Like I say, I appreciate you every night that you come on and watch with me. Wouldn't be a show without none of you all, and I appreciate that. I want to thank Stephen, as always. He never late. He always show up on Tuesday. Appreciate them for that. And I want to thank JR for joining us also. And we look forward tomorrow to bringing you. We're going to do a little something different tomorrow, but we still going to add see you in now. I got a little game plan I don't put together. I'm telling you, it's going to be a good show. You need to tune in. It's going to be different, but you need to tune in. I promise you that. And I just want to say a special thanks to my sponsor tonight, Miss Robinson. Like I said, she take care of me once a month, and she's selling these shirts. You see, Steven got on one. Got to get JR one now. So
Mine coming. I ordered mine coming.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
So like I say, y'all hold tight before you go. That's her business card. These are the shirts that she done designed, and she good with it. Man, I'm telling you, I don't watch it one of the shirts about 12 times. I know, and it's still the same. The letters are still hooked on now. I don't know what she's doing to them, but she's doing it. Whatever she's doing. Support her business. Y'all don't mind. I think I won't say, was it Monday? Yeah, last night. She got 13 orders when I was talking about it. And that's a blessing there. Because something you ain't got to do it, but if you take out the time to do it, we just want to say appreciate y'all. All right. All right, guys. Hey, always remember, if you be good to God, I'm telling you, God will be good to you. And until tomorrow night, y'all be blessed. Appreciate it, JR. Steven, my dog. Appreciate it, both of you. Y'all be blessed, as well as your family.
Have a good one.
Good show, brothers. Good show. Watching Sports Talk with BWatts Entertainment. I'm your host, Bernard Watt.
Wizard.
I just want to tell everybody, you know, we get a lot of flack about me being in the portal and all right now. We've got 3 freshmen on offense that's contributing. We got Jordan Seaton, Michael Welch, and Draylon Miller. So don't let anybody out there tell you we're not recruiting high school players. We're recruiting elite high school players to come here because we're looking for guys that can play immediately. We're not looking for guys to come here in red shirt and sit on the bench and play. We're looking for guys to come here and play now.